Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas A&M's offense will have the football first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Dropping back, it's Penny. Spits it out to the back. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The inside handoff. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Hicks. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Wants to throw. It's Penny. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Touchdown, Aggie! They grab the early lead. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable. Guys
turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Oh, it's a reverse. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does.
And that ball's free behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble. A bad, unfortunate bounce. And the offense pounces back on it.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Penny. Hauls it in. Oh, he got loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Right down the boulevard. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking? I think that might have got in his head. That might have been a reason why he dropped it.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Caught in the backfield. It's Morrison. Shakes off just dismissing tackles. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to pass, it's Ramirez. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The short hands, it's Flanagan. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Gonna run it, it's Jackson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Penny. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Quick strike through the air for the score. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Army dazzled today in just about every phase of the game. And for an institution that's turned out 5-star generals and U.S. presidents, I think they may have their next great leader there at West Point. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Penny. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. This time they'll go to the running game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut into this.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. NC State going up tempo. Looking to pass. It's Ramirez. Bringing the heat. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weapon.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. Again here, right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the... over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The give on the inside. Turning it on. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ramirez. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense working from the pistol. He leaves it with the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Breaks into the open. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Penny. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. Makes a grab past the marker. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, we're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Off play action on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Ramirez. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got the tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Penny. That's reeled in, it's Flanagan. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Across the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got an open man. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's go. Power football with the run. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Penny. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Quarterback adapting. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. He'll do it himself. Nice move there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his man. It's Darnold. And continues to fight for yards. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Slithers into space. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas A&M... returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
You got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Dropping back, it's Penny. Looking to buy time. Caught near the sticks, it's Hicks. At the 45 on his way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the screen. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance.
He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Penny. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air on second down. Now improvising. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total dominance.